we grew up in Moore, Oklahoma, right there on the Oklahoma-Cleveland County line, and back in those days, that was the country. That wasn't the city like it is now. That was country, and we had lakes and ponds, and about every direction you went from my house, within a bicycle ride, you could find a pond. I can remember when I was 8, 9, 10, 11 years old with my dad and my granddads and my uncles, and we'd catch these catfish, and we'd put the catfish in these tow sacks and put them down in the river to keep them alive, and then you'd have to carry them from hole to hole to hole. And one of the things that you start doing as a kid, if you're carrying a sack of catfish and you get 20 or 30 channel cat in that sack, their fins would stick out of the sack and they would hit you in the leg, and they have got poison on the tip of them. So it'd be like you're getting bit or stung by a stinging scorpion or something. You would take a pair of needle nose and you would pinch the fins off break them off on both sides so they were dull and they wouldn't stick through the sack. But one day I lost my cutters or my needle nose, so I didn't have any way to bite the fins off, and it was just killing me. I mean, I'd carry those and they were sticking my legs. So I finally got to where I'd take a catfish. I'd take a catfish and I'd bite the fins off. I'd just put the fins in my mouth and bite it off. That could have been the precursor to kissing fish. I don't know. I mean, it could have been. And catfish are lousy kissers. We have been fishing way back before there was such a thing as a professional fisherman. Somewhere along the line, they started calling us professional fishermen. I actually started fishing tournaments when I was a senior in college, and the first tournament I ever fished, finished 4th place, so I didn't qualify for the state championship. And so I went to Fort Gibson and I actually won that tournament. And then our state finals was on Lake Keystone in Tulsa, and I won that tournament. So I'd fished 3 tournaments and won 2 of them, and was state champion and won a lot of prizes, and it was really cool. And I thought, this is a fun deal. You know, I thought, gosh, I must be like the greatest fisherman in the world or something.
Well, it's late in the day and the sun's getting low. Caught me a big one, but I let him go. I sure had fun just watching him stretch my line.
Most people think that, you know, fishing for a living is not a job. You're just playing all the time and having fun, but it is a great job. It's I kid and I say my daddy told me when I graduated from college I need to get a real job. And the only thing the first thing popped into my mind was R-E-E-L. It wasn't R-E-E-A-L, it was E-L. So I thought, I do have a real job. And the one thing cool about it, no matter what you do for a living, if you like to fish, that's what you want to do. But when you think of people like Toby Keith or Jeff Cook with the group Alabama, or Ricky Medlock with Leonard Skinner, they play music for a living. I mean, golly, I mean, how great can that be? If they wasn't getting paid $700,000 or $800,000 or $1 million to walk out on stage and play in front of thousands of people, they'd still walk out on that stage and play and sing, because they love to do that. That's what they love to do. And I think that's what living to fish is all about. When you look at the guys on the Chevy truck team, yeah, they give us brand new Suburbans or Chevy 4-wheel drives to drive. They give us a new one every year to drive. And I mean, even if they didn't get that Chevy truck to drive, even if they didn't have these fancy shirts, even if they didn't get to stand around and sign autographs, even if they didn't get to go to a pay window and get a check, they'd still go fishing. That's exactly what those guys would do. That's what living to fish is all about. And I've told people forever, you know, when I die, I want to be doing one of 2 things when I take my last breath. One of them's fishing.